Did you know there are 4 legal pages you absolutely need to have on your blog? Yeah, that's right. These pages are like fine print superheroes. They will not only protect your blog, keeping you out of legal trouble, they will also provide you with major growth and earning opportunities. In this video, I'll walk you through each of these must-have legal pages and explain why they're crucial for your blogging success. So grab your popcorn and get ready to learn the legal ropes while creating awesome content. And stick around till the end because I have a very special gift for you. It's a legal template you can get for free to create one of the most important legal pages you will ever need for your blog. But before we start, let me clarify that although I'm a lawyer by profession, I'm not your lawyer, and so this video does not constitute legal advice, but the information I will share in this video is for educational purposes only. Please take a moment to read my full disclaimer at the link in the description box down below so that we all know where we stand. Alright, let's dive in. The first page you must have on your blog to comply with the law and blog legally is a privacy policy. A privacy policy is a detailed statement that lets your user know the type of information you gather about them, and where you explain how you gather, store, handle, process, and release the information you collect, and also disclose whether you will keep it confidential or share it with third parties. So this statement serves a very important role in informing your audience what exactly you require the personal data for. It lets them know beforehand why you need their data and what you're gonna do with it. Without a privacy policy, there would be no transparency and no trust. On the contrary, when you have a well-written privacy policy in place, your users will browse through your website and submit their information knowing why you need it and how you process their personal data. A privacy policy is really a must-have for any type of blog or business. You can't really do without one, and in most countries it's a legal requirement to have a privacy policy. This statement is designed to improve transparency between you and your users, but it also fulfills a legal requirement to protect your users' privacy. In fact, in most countries it's actually illegal for a blog to operate without a privacy policy. Here are the most important laws and regulations calling for a privacy policy. The GDPR in the European Union, and if you target people in the European Union or monitor their behavior, the California Privacy Rights Act, California Online Privacy Protection Act, and the California Consumer Privacy Act, which apply in California and everywhere else if you have users from California. Virginia Consumer Data Protection Act, COPPA in the US and for websites that serve children aged 13 and below, PIPEDA and provincial privacy laws in Canada, the Privacy Act in Australia, the General Data Protection Law in Brazil, the list goes on and on. So many other countries have their own privacy regulations. India, South Africa, Senegal, Thailand, South Korea, New Zealand, just to name a few. Now, the problem is that quite often bloggers, and especially new bloggers, think they don't need to have a privacy policy on their blog since they believe they don't process any personal information. For example, they might think, well, I don't have an email list, I don't collect email addresses, so I don't process any personal data, and so I don't need a privacy policy. But nothing could be further from the truth. And this is because personal data is a broad definition. It can be anything that can be used to identify an individual. So yes, of course, name, email address, date of birth, also their login details, their location data, their IP address, their cookies, etc., etc. And so even if you think you're not processing any data, you as a blogger are most likely to process personal data on a regular basis. There are so many activities or tasks performed on your blog every day that involve data processing. Yes, the first that comes to mind is when someone joins your newsletter or email list and gives you their name and email address, but it's not only that. Just to give you a few examples. Contact forms. In your contact page, you may use form requesting a name and email address. Comment system. In order for you to comment on your blog, your comment system or plugin probably requires them to leave their email address and other information such as a name and link to their website. Google Analytics. They track tons of information relating to your user, including their location, type of operating system, browser type, duration of stay, time of visitation, etc. Cookies, all the data you collect about your visitors using cookies installed on their devices and their logins into membership areas or affiliate dashboards, and so much more. And so your privacy policy should also include a cookie policy. With cookie policy, I mean a detailed statement that lets your users know the type of cookies you run on your website and how you store and handle them. Or you can have your cookie policy as a separate page, both options are fine. You may also need a cookie notice pop-up. Moving on to the next legal page you need on your blog, and that is terms and conditions, which is a sort of rule book between you and your users. It's a legally binding agreement that outlines the rights and responsibility of both parties. These terms may include intellectual property, external links, user-generated content guidelines, prohibited activities, termination clauses, and more. Having clear and comprehensive terms and conditions ensures that users understand how to engage with your blog, the limitation of your responsibilities, and the guidelines they need to follow. It sets expectations, mitigate risk, and can help prevent potential disputes or conflicts down the road. By the way, if you're enjoying the tips so far, hit the subscribe button to get more tips on how to grow your blog and protect it legally. Back to the next page, you will also want to make sure you have disclaimers in place. A disclaimer is a statement that allows you to deny or disclaim any liability for the information you provide and opinions you express in your blog posts. It acts as a shield, clarifying that your blog is for informational or educational purposes only, and that your content shouldn't be taken as professional advice. This is especially important if you write about things related to legal matters, financial matters, health and well-being, mental health. So, for example, if your content is related to health and well-being, you will want to have a disclaimer stating that your information you provide is not medical advice and shouldn't substitute seeing a clinician, reminding your readers that they should always seek professional guidance based on the specific circumstances before making any decisions, like I did earlier in this video. You should have these types of statements on all your blog posts and then link to your full disclaimer page for more detailed information. Depending on the blog or business you operate, you may need different types of disclaimers. Some disclaimers are for your own protection to shield yourself from any liability and claims. Some others are required by law or the Federal Trade Commission guidelines, such as, for example, earning disclaimers or testimonial disclaimers, and their purpose is more to protect your users. The next page you need on your blog to blog legally is a disclosure. If you have financial relationship with the brand, merchants you mention or endorse, then you will have to disclose this relationship. You need to have a clear disclosure if you have affiliate links in your blog post, or if it's a sponsored post, even in the case you receive something for free in exchange for your blog post. This is still considered a sponsored post and you need to disclose it. It's a legal requirement under the Federal Trade Commission guidelines in the US and under several regulations in different countries, and so you can get fined if you don't have one. Also, if you have your legal pages in place, you will look professional and established, and you will build trust with your audience. Plus, it's a requirement under most affiliate program terms of services to have the right disclosures, and so if you don't have them, they might not accept you into their affiliate programs, or you can get kicked out when they find out. No matter where you're based, and especially if you target an international audience, I would still have all the required disclosures to open up more opportunities for brand partnerships and affiliate marketing, to be transparent with your audience and to meet the same legal standards as everyone else, as your audience doesn't necessarily know what laws and regulations apply or don't apply to you, so they might think you're not compliant and you may lose their trust. You should have a disclosure statement placed at the top of any sponsored post or any post containing affiliate links. This statement should disclose your financial relationship and compensation if it's a sponsored post, or specify what affiliate links are and what's the financial reward you may obtain through them. You will also want to link from this short statement to your disclosure page, where you should detail your full policy about affiliate links, endorsement, and sponsored posts. The next legal page I recommend having, even if it's not legally required, is a copyright notice, in which you will claim ownership of your content and make it clear that no one can steal it from you. I'm saying that this is not really required because copyright is inherent, which means that you automatically own the copyright to your original work the moment you create. You don't don't need to register your work, put a trademark or register it for your work to be yours. But if you have a copyright notice, you will remind everyone that they can't copy, use or reproduce your work without your express consent. A copyright notice will lend more legitimacy to your ownership. It will act as a deterrent for those who may want to steal it, and it may guarantee more copyright protection for your content. So what I suggest you do is to place a copyright notice with the name and years of your blog and a copyright statement informing of your rights and how others are allowed or not allowed to use your content. For countries like the US that allow to register your copyright, you may consider doing so because it will give you more protection and the right to sue if someone infringes your copyright. Now, the good news is you can get my plug and play professionally drafted copyright notice template for free. Click the link in the description box below to get your copy. This is an amazing template that every content creator should have, and you can have it for free today. You can use this copyright notice template times and times again for anything you create on your website, blog, ebooks, courses, freebies, anything, so that you're always protected from thieves and copycats. At this point, you may be wondering why you must have all these legal pages on your blog and whether you need to have them even if you're just starting out. No matter what kind of blog you have, there are 5 main reasons why you need to stay on top of the legal stuff. Let's take a closer look at each of these reasons. The first one is because it's the right thing to do. It's ethical to comply with legal requirements. These laws and regulations are there to protect your readers, your audience, and you should respect their rights. The next reason why you must have these legal pages on your blog is because complying with legal requirements will make you look more professional and credible. And even if you're at the stage where you're only starting your blog now, you will look less like a newbie. It will show that you actually mean business. You will look more credible, and it will be easy for you to build trust with your audience and convert them into repeat customers. Besides, some legal requirements are becoming the general standards everywhere. And so if everyone else is complying with these legal requirements and you're not, people will notice and you will look dodgy. The next reason is that you want to meet all legal requirements and avoid fines and lawsuits. Legal requirements are the law, and so it's not only ethical to comply, but also if you're not in compliance, you are breaking the law, which means you can expose yourself and your blog to the risk of fines, lawsuits, and formal complaints to supervisory authorities. And when you're only starting out, even a small fine for a few $1,000s can set you back and can even lead to having to close your blog. The next reason is that you want to avoid having to sue others. It's much easier to learn and protect your blog from potential legal issues right now and set your legal protection the right way from the start than having to solve legal disputes once they happen. Because no matter if you're on the right side, lawsuits are always time-consuming, stressful, costly, and they also distract you from your primary goals. They're a waste of time. And as a blogger, time is your best asset. Time you should rather spend creating content, writing blog posts, promoting them, and growing your blog. And last but not least, having these legal pages on your blog will actually benefit you, open up more opportunities and monetization channels, and ultimately make you more money. So not only you should protect your blog legally, you actually want to do so because protecting your blog legally comes with so many benefits. It's actually a great opportunity for your blog. You will look legit and trustworthy, you will build trust with your audience and convert them into repeat customers. You will be taken seriously by clients, potential affiliates, partnerships, and joint ventures. You will be accepted into affiliate programs and ad networks. For example, one of the most common reasons new bloggers get denied by Google AdSense is because they don't have a privacy policy on their website. It will help you rank well on Google, Bing, and other search engines, which is really important to drive traffic to your blog. So you will get peace of mind of being legally protected, you will look legit and professional, it will save you money, and will open up more opportunities to make more money. Just a couple of words on when and where to get your legals in order. The best time to get on top of your legal stuff was yesterday. No, seriously, it's better to have all this stuff set up even before you start your blog. But if you haven't done it yet, then the second best time is now. And where to get them? First of all, stay clear from free legal stuff such as free generators and free templates. They're not complete, they're too generic, they're definitely not comprehensive, and they don't meet all the legal requirements. You won't even know who has drafted these free templates in the first place. So don't rely on those. Another thing you should never do is copying legal pages and documents from other people or websites. Don't do that, just don't. That's copyright infringement. Yes, it does apply to legal stuff too. Plus, you don't know what legislation applies to them specifically and whether it's the same that applies to you. So it's very risky to rely on those. So the best option would be to hire a lawyer, but I understand this may be a bit prohibitive for many people as legal bills can add up to thousands pretty quickly. So a popular option is to get templates drafted by lawyers. These options make sense for several reasons. You know it's drafted by a lawyer, the templates will indicate what clauses you need to have or not have depending on your circumstances. You can ask for support or clarification. The financial investment is way less than consulting with a lawyer. Plus, most lawyers don't even understand how blogging works, how you make money through ads and other sources of passive income online, such as affiliate marketing. They're not familiar with things like cookies, Google Analytics, or the Facebook Pixel. So they won't know what you would exactly need for your blog. But as a lawyer and blogger myself, I've created a best-selling legal bundle value pack specifically designed for bloggers and content creators that comes with plug-and-play templates for all the legal pages you need for your blog so that you can create them all in less than 10 minutes. It also comes with over $2,000 worth of extra bonuses, including additional legal templates, workshops, checklists, and more. Thousands of bloggers and content creators from all around the world have already taken advantage of this bundle and I'd love to help you next. Click the link in the description box below to check out the legal bundle value pack and get all your legal pages done in a matter of minutes. And don't forget to grab your gift. It's a copyright notice template to protect your blog from thieves and copycats. You can use it over and over for anything you create, your blog, your freebies, your digital products, courses, ebooks, printables, and you can have it for free today. Click the link in the description box below to get your copy. Thanks for watching this video. Make sure you subscribe and I'll see you in the next one. Ciao e a presto!